So today's video, I'm gonna be talking about weird things in Dominican Republic, part 1. So this is gonna be a 2-part video. I have a long list of notes, so I'm just gonna go through it. It's in no particular order. So these are just some of the things I felt that were weird or culturally different about Dominican Republic, just due to living there and also traveling there, all right? So we're just gonna get started. And like I said, this will be a 2-part video, and this is in no particular order. Number 1, Dominicans point with their lips. Okay, so I remember the first time I noticed this when I was talking to one of my friends and they were trying to tell me to go look at something. In America, normally when we tell somebody to look at something, we be like, hey, over there, or we kind of signal with our head. But in the Dominican Republic, they actually point with their lips. So that was something that was very weird, or I would say culturally different compared to the United States. So they'll do this little thing where they'll be like, I can't even do it right, but yeah, so that was kind of funny, okay? Number 2, Dominicans, they hiss at people to get your attention. So once again, if they're trying to get your attention, I remember the first time I experienced this, I heard somebody hissing at me and it was like a okay, over in the United States, that's considered rude to hiss at somebody, but in the Dominican Republic, that is very normal. So yes, you can hear Dominicans hiss at you or try to get your attention by doing Number 3, so Dominicans, they do this weird thing with their nose when they're confused about something. So they do like this little nose twitch, that's what I call it. So say for example, you're talking about something, but they don't understand you. Or let's say you're telling them something, but they don't quite comprehend what you're saying. They'll do this weird little thing, and it's very subtle. And you might not pay attention to it now, but the next time you're in the Dominican Republic, pay attention to it. But they do this little weird thing where they clench their nose. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. Like, I look crazy, okay? So, okay, number 4, Dominicans put corn on a pizza. Now, I remember the first time I noticed this, I was a little bit confused because in the United States, we typically don't put corn on our pizza. That's just not something normal or something that we do. But over there in the Dominican Republic, they actually do put corn on their pizza. That is like a topping. Okay, so if you go to like a Papa John's or if you go to a Domino's, it is very common for them to put corn on a pizza. And I remember the first time I tried it, I ain't gonna say it tasted bad, but it definitely was like, it just didn't seem like it went with pizza. Like it didn't seem like it went on the pizza, but they actually do it over there. So yeah. All right, number 5, the men get their eyebrows arched. Or I ain't gonna say arched, but like shaped, whatever you wanna call it. But in the Dominican Republic, a lot of the men actually care about their eyebrows versus in America, mostly the women care about eyebrows. But yeah, so you will see that in the DR that, especially if you go to like a barbershop, they will shape the eyebrows on the men. And I ain't gonna say it's just weird, but it's just not really culturally the same in America, I guess. In the United States, we don't really care about that, the guys, but over there, they care about getting their eyebrows shaped. I don't know, it's just something different. All right, number 6, flying cockroaches. Now, somebody tried to argue with me a long time ago that these are not actually cockroaches, it's another type of bug. But let me tell you, it looks almost, if not identical to a cockroach. So the difference is these things actually have wings and they will fly. In America, that is not typical. Most of the roaches that I've encountered or seen in the United States, they don't grow wings and fly. So whatever the actual name of those bugs are called, you can leave it down in the comments. But because I know somebody gonna tell me like, that's not a cockroach. Well, whatever it is, it looks just like a cockroach and those things be flying. So yeah. All right, number 7, the eggs are not refrigerated. So if you go to the grocery store in the Dominican Republic, you will notice that the eggs, they put them on shelves, okay? Versus in the United States, we put our eggs in like a refrigerated area and we keep them cold. But in the Dominican Republic, they keep them room temperature and they put them on shelves. So that is something that is weird or culturally different that you'll notice when you're in the Dominican Republic. All right, number 8, the metric system. Now for this one, I'm gonna say the United States, we're the weird one on this because the majority of countries around the world use the metric system, okay? In the United States, we have this thing, I think it's called like the US customary system. So that was something that was hard adjusting to living in DR. You're gonna notice over there they use the metric system. So When you're talking about like distance, for example, like you're using a GPS, or you ask somebody like, how many more miles away is this? Like I think they use like kilometros. And then if you're talking about like temperature, over in the United States, they use Fahrenheit. In Dominican Republic, they use Celsius. In the United States, we use pounds. Over there, they use a different unit of measure. So that's something that you just have to get used to over there. And you know, I was definitely using my phone to convert a lot of stuff. But yeah, like I would say United States, we're the weird ones for that because most countries around the world use the metric system. Okay, number 9, holidays. So in the Dominican Republic, you will notice that they have a holiday for almost everything. So if you're somebody that loves vacation time at jobs, Dominicans, they're gonna have a holiday for, it seems like every other week they have some type of holiday and they're out of work. So it's holidays for things that you wouldn't even think of. But yes, Dominican Republic, they have way more holidays than the United States. All right, everybody, so this concludes part 1. Make sure to catch me in part 2.